Good morning, good morning. It's the Last Minute Laura Show. Good morning, good morning. Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It's a beautiful morning, or at least it's morning. I don't know how beautiful it is. It's not raining, which it's supposed to be. I would be okay with it raining because the garden needs it, and now it's spring. Lovely hearts, nice to see you guys all. Good morning. It's a morning, exactly. Candace, TGIF everyone, agreed. Hit that like and subscribe on your way in to find your seat. Please do. Bring all the snacks and drinks you need for one fun time, and if you need some meds, bring them and take them too. I'm ahead of you, Candace. I have already taken my meds this morning. I did my makeup. I even heat styled my hair. I feel like it's been over a month now since I've put any heat on my hair. And today I used like the blow dryer brush, and my hair is quite healthy from having a month off. It's like not freaking out about being styled. So that's always fun. Good morning, Louisa. Good morning, Savor. Savor in season. Good morning. Candy, good morning. It's the color of the shirt. It just makes me want to bring out the markers. Well, Candace, that's what I was thinking we could do today too. I did some drawing. This is just like a made up flower that I played with, and then I started drawing some zinnias as well. And I agree. I think today could be a fun coloring morning. What do you think? So it's Friday. Happy Friday. It is the 18th of April, which means in 1 month, I have a cat hair on my head, on my face. In 1 month, Alex and I will have been together for 14 years. 14 years. Hi, Peekaboo. What are you doing here? Hi, good morning. Good morning, baby. Peekaboo's decided to say hello. Do you want to come sit with me? Do you want me to move my chair so you could come sit? Come here. Yeah, exactly, Beelzebub. Come here. Poor shy girl. I'm telling you, I have her cat hairs on my face. There she is. Come here, Pika. Come here, Peekaboo. Hey, baby. She's just a baby. Hi, come here. Come on. Come on. Hi, baby. Come here. Exactly, Beelzebub. Come here. Come on up. Oh, what a good girl. She's so sweet. She needs a bath, I'll tell you. I didn't know that she was ever gonna need baths, but you can see how greasy her hair is on her back. Do you see this? I brushed it out. She had like thick hair that needed to shed out, so I did brush it, so most of that's already out, but now she just kind of looks mangy. She's just a little gross. With peace and love, she's not gross. She's a very sweet little lady, but she needs a bath, and that is on my to-do list for this weekend. I'm so sorry. You don't even know that yet. She doesn't even know. Look at this pretty lady. She's fat, but she's just a sweet, sweet lady. She's a lot of hair. She looks like she's really fat, but when she's wet, she looks like a regular-sized cat. She's just so fluffy because she was a wild animal at one point. Were you a wild animal? My poor baby. Alex is still sleeping, so she's hanging out with me. Happy Easter, happy Good Friday to those of you who celebrate. It's Good Friday, which means government employees get the day off, so Alex doesn't have to go to work today. So poor Peekaboo has to be stuck with me, which is not what she wants. She wants to be snuggling with Alex, but she had to get fed, and food happens upstairs, and Alex is downstairs, so I don't know what she wants from me. Hey, baby. Hi. Yes, I will take your head bumps. Can I have one more? Hi, baby. She's wagging her tail like she doesn't want to be here, but she's the one who jumped up on my lap. Are you mad about something? Or is it just hard to be so small? I got so many plants in yesterday, the bay laurel, the air plants, and then a friend sent me baby loquats, a baby oak, and many other things, including white ginger. Oh, that's awesome. I played outside a little bit yesterday, but I didn't plant. Actually, yes, I did. I planted a bunch of seeds yesterday. I planted a whole ton of nasturtium. I actually planted all of my nasturtium. So hopefully there's enough water and enough pests avoid them that we are done, because I no longer have any nasturtium seeds. Can we just have a moment and look at this? She looks like the Cheshire Cat, doesn't she? Look at her. Hi, baby. Hi. Aw, she just wants to get her head scratched. Hi, baby. Sorry, I can't put her down because she wants to be here. The minute she doesn't want to be here, I can put her down and then I can do stuff. Your hair is all over my chin now, and that's going to drive me nuts. It's going to drive me nuts, peekaboo. Look at her. Come on. She used to be so scared. And now she's just this big, fat baby. Aren't you, baby? You're just a big, fat baby now. Can I put you on the ground now? With peace and love? Look at her. She's just so sleepy and grumpy. She's just a grumpy girl. Oh, I can't pet you more than I'm petting you. I'm already petting you. You're just gonna swipe my face? Hey? Give me more pet. Well, why are you making angry noises? Huh? Why are you angry? You're the one who asked for pets. It's okay. It's okay, baby. Okay, I'm gonna put you down because your hair... Okay, first of all, you're the one who came to me. And second of all, now I'm covered in your hair. Get it off me, get it off me. Ugh. Cat hair on my face is going to cause problems for me. I have a very soft microfiber cloth that can get it off. Please excuse how I'm managing. Ugh. All right. Now the cat is sitting over in her area. Happy Good Friday to all of you. And I feel like there is a pagan equivalent, right? I know that Orthodox Easter, you got tape, Laura? You can get the cat hair off your clothes. I'm not concerned about it on my clothes. It's that when I feel it on my skin, I want to scratch my eyes out. On my clothes is not so bad. I'm not allergic or anything. I just hate the feeling when I'm wearing makeup to have another layer. What pagan thing lines? Is it like Oster? Lines up with Easter. Austera, sorry, is associated with the coming spring and fertility. In modern Germanic paganism, Ostara is venerated as a goddess of spring and dawn. Her festival was celebrated at the spring equinox, which we are not quite at yet, but soon, right? 21st? Good morning, Laura and everyone at Pets and Plants. Hey, Louisa. Hey there, Dave. And Denise, good morning. Candy, we ate our first strawberry. That's amazing. I have seedlings. That's as far as I've gotten. I think a couple of my seedlings have their secondary leaves now, which is very exciting. Let's see. Okay, so Ostera, Easter, and what else is there? Is that just the two? Well, happy Good Friday for those of you who do Good Friday. Today, what's Good Friday? Don't eat meat. Only fish, I think. Also, I exfoliated too hard yesterday. I don't know what happened. This hasn't happened to me since I was like a teenager, but I have an exfoliating cloth that is like, use it once in a while to scrape off all of your dead skin. Well, I did. Sorry, my little machine here is trying to bother me. Well, I did, and apparently I went too crazy. I woke up this morning with this, And the same thing right here. And it's just like raw. It's like from over scrubbing my skin. But what a weird location to have over scrubbed and nowhere else. But that's the only thing I did yesterday that was different. And now I have these marks. I'm sure they'll be gone by the end of the day because they're just redness. Sorry if you see me touching my face a lot. It's because I'm getting cat hair off of myself. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I'm dealing with right now is a little bit of messed up skin, but my face skin is so smooth right now. Look at like there, I'm not wearing highlighter. That's just like my skin is shiny. Do you see this? How it catches light? Don't mind if I do. Still have my age spot, but I've been doing something to try and remove that age spot. I have this thing. I'm going to show it to you. It's like it's a little danger thing. It's a million tiny little pins or tiny little needles. Let's see if I can get a close up on it. Do you see? And they're so sharp and they prick your skin and they don't make your skin bleed, but they make your skin ooze. I don't really know what's oozing. Platelets, I guess, but it's not blood. It's like clear fluid comes out of your skin, just like because it's wounded. Anyway, I've been doing that over my age spot and over where I will get more wrinkles to see if it helps because the internet said it would. And if it doesn't, then I'm just giving myself pain for no reason, which is so fun and so millennial of me. I'm gonna lose it. Peekaboo, why did I pick you up? It was a bad choice. All right. Also, I forgot to bring it up, and I can't show you my feet because no free foot pics. My feet look like I am 6 years old and I've never interacted with rough ground. I literally scraped my entire feet off. I have this like cheese grater thing. It's not a cheese grater, but that's what it looks like to me. And I scraped off my entire feet. I guess yesterday was a big exfoliation day. I exfoliated my skin and then I exfoliated my feet and gave myself a little pedicure. But oh my God, I got out of the shower and I didn't even want to walk on the floor because my feet were so beautiful. So I walked on a towel to the bedroom and I put on socks right away. But first, before putting on socks, I put on a crap ton of oil onto my feet, like a body oil, and then left it on for a couple of hours and then put socks on right after I put the oil on. And then before bedtime, I coated, I'm sorry, there is a cat hair. I know it's annoying to watch and I feel annoyed doing it, but okay. Anyway, yeah, we watched a movie and then after the movie, I slathered my feet in really thick, like night cream. It's body cream and face cream, but it's thick because it's like for at nighttime. Put it on my feet and I woke up this morning with like glorious, soft baby feet. And I'm just very pleased about it because I have a pedicure that my sister gifted me for Christmas that I need to use. And now my feet are beautiful. So when I go and get a pedicure, they will make them like immaculate. I know that you can like go get the pedicure with yucky feet and they'll make your feet nice, but if you go to a pedicure with nice feet, they'll make your feet amazing. So I've been like working on getting rid of my calluses and pushing my own cuticles back and trimming my nails and keeping my feet beautiful so that when I go for this, it's like a fancy pedicure. It's not just like a $20 pedicure. When I go for the fancy pedicure, I will have angel feet when I come out of it. That's my plan. That's my big grown-up plan on how I'm going to have nice feet this summer. Not nice fingernails, but nice feet. We do what we can here, okay? So I have started drawing. I drew this and I did my outlining of it. It's not a real flower. I just made it up, but I thought we could color it in. And then I also have the beautiful zinnia that I'm working on. It's not finished. I still have to finish the black work on the last zinnia. But otherwise, it's like outlined, so we can color that too. But I thought this one would be fun to color because it's not even real. And coloring something that's not real to me sounds like a good time. So first, I'm just going to get a layer to put in between the layers of paper so that I don't end up bleeding onto my next picture, because that would be upsetting. So I'll just put you like this. I guess I'll put you face down so that you don't have to look at anything. There we go. I was just in the mood to color this morning. I don't know what it was. I just woke up and I was like, today we are going to color. That's what's happening. So that's what's going to happen. And we can also do some drawing after. We've got lots of options. Whatever you guys are in the mood for. If you're not in the mood for drawing or coloring, you let me know and we can find something else. But for now, oh my God, I'm going to lose my effing mind. Pika, there's lots of spots for you to lie down. Just go lie down somewhere. You're fine. I promise. Okay, so I'm going to start with a pale green for my leaves. Because if you go light, you can always darken it up after. But I guess I will start with a very pale green. And we can decide what we're doing. I don't know what this flower is supposed to be. I just started by drawing a circle and then dividing the circle into, 8 parts? And then I colored in, or I outlined those 8 parts into petals. And then I was like, oh, it's a flower now. So then I just started growing it out from the center. It wasn't really like meant to be a specific type of flower. So it doesn't really matter what color it is. I feel like it might be like an orange color. Okay, got my outline. By the way, as you guys come in this morning, don't forget to click the thumbs up button. If you saw the thumbnail and title for today, what even is time? I feel like it's already the end of spring. I know spring lasts for a while still. We've still got all of May and all of June, because it's like June 21st is when summer really starts. But like still, to me, it feels like this year is like moving pretty quickly. I know like a lot has happened for me and for my family. Like there's babies coming in, there's toddlers, I've got lots of things, but like still it feels to me like time is moving really fast this year. I feel like it was just Christmas. It's weird because time used to last a long time. Like summer used to be forever. And now it's like summer is so quick. And spring is so quick. I was expecting like, I don't know, a longer spring. And I feel like we're already almost done spring. And I was saying to Alex, like, spring is officially here now. And he said, you've been saying that since February. And I was like, no, but like now it's for real. Spring has officially arrived. And now it's time for the garden to get set up and for the seeds to be planted. I planted poppies yesterday. I planted nasturtiums. I am here again, not a doctor. Welcome. Northern-ish Minnesota, spring has not started yet. Well, I'm in southern Ontario, and we do have growth showing on a lot of our perennials now, and the trees have started putting out their flowers and their little leaf buds. No leaves on the trees yet. Peekaboo. You're not allowed back there. Find somewhere else to be. That's Rohan's danger zone. You're not allowed there. She's trying to go behind the grow lights. She's thinking about testing out yeah, he's not here. You can use the cat bed. I don't know where he is, but he's not here. He's probably downstairs with Alex. She's thinking about using the cat beds. Peekaboo, there's lots of spots for you. Come here. Beelzebub, don't you call her. Come here, Peekaboo. Hey, baby. I'm gonna put her in the cat bed. Hey, baby. You wanna go here? you silly goose. You don't need to go in there. There's nothing in there for you. Here, look. See how long she stays right there. My oxalis triangularis is happy, didn't bother the transplant. Oh, that's good. What do you think? Is Peekaboo gonna stay or is she gonna run and hide? Her little mad tail. Literally, these birds are a menace. It's fine. It's just the way it is. Oh well. Peekaboo says, no thank you to the cat bed. There's only so much you can do. Can lead a cat to cat bed, but you cannot make her lie. Okay, so that's the first color. What about for the flower? What color do we think the flower should be? Do you have any opinion? I don't know why, but my brain is saying like red and orange, but I'm usually a pink girly, so I don't know. I feel pretty confident that we could do yellow for the center because most flowers are like yellow in the middle. You know, don't you think? You say pinks? Shades, a gradient. Pinks and orange? Pink and orange. What flower is pink and orange, though? And does it go orange to pink or pink to orange? Orange to pink? I think it would go orange to pink. Okay, so there's my yellow, and then I also want to do like a pale yellow. Or like me, even a cream might be right. For the outside here. Okay. I have an Asian lily that's orange to coral, then pink. Ooh. Well, even though this is not an Asian lily, because it's a made-up flower, we can do something like that. Let's have pale pink, Cosmo pink. I'm gonna lose my friggin' mind if this does not leave my face. I can feel a cat hair upon me. Okay, then we could have light orange, marigold. There is no coral. That's so rude. Doesn't that seem like an obvious basic color? There's also only aggressive oranges. Like the oranges are too orange. Good morning. I'm late again. Looks beautiful. Thank you. Okay, so if we're gonna end on a pink color, let's do pale pink at the corners. Right? Oh, I forgot. I did a cool thing. Maybe I'll do the inner bits in this brighter pink. Like that. Because I did these like inner pieces. I just thought they looked cool, so I did that. You know? So how's your guys' day moving? How was your Thursday? Coral should be standard. Salmon, coral, apricot, peach. These are the colors of my world. Mango. Why would those colors be missing? Persimmon. I want all of the orangey pink shades that there are. Whatever you want to name them, I want them all. If orange and pink could just Or an orange pink should be part of the rainbow. There's red, orange, yellow. There should be red, orange, coral, and then yellow. Or red, coral, orange. I don't care what you call it. There's not enough of it. Okay, so now my plan, after I do these little blurbs in pink, I think the middle blurb, because there's like blurbs that come from the center, maybe those should be like a darker pink. And then we'll use the light pink and orange for the background part. My sister and I were shopping and we went to Michael's and we were looking at coloring books because she does coloring books. And I was like, oh, coloring books look like so much fun. And she said, why don't you get one? And I was like, I have this issue where I cannot purchase someone else's art for me to color in. I just can't do it. My heart won't let it happen. And she was like, I get that. And I was like, but it's so stupid because other people's art is beautiful. But because I draw things, I am unwilling or unable to buy their stuff. Fluorescent coral? I don't want fluorescent coral. Maybe I'll do marigold for the middle. Anyway, it's this feeling of like, I can do my own stuff to color in. I don't want to buy someone else's stuff to color in. But that's so stupid because other people's art isn't my art. It's different art. So I should be able to have both. Both are okay. Both are allowed. But I literally cannot do it. Let's see. I got a canna lily to germinate. That's amazing. Did you take an uncolored pic of this before starting in case you want to upload for a coloring page? Oh, Candace. You sweet summer child. Of course I did not. Why would I remember my job when I'm doing things for fun? As I sat I'm not even going to tell you how many hours I spent just doodle drawing yesterday and the day before because it's too many. Wednesday, I spent like 4 hours drawing, just enjoying myself. But it was not for work, so my brain did not remember to treat it like it was for work. But here we are. It's going to be fine. We're going to make it... I'll sell it as a print. It won't be a coloring page, it'll be a print. Who would want a print of a flower that doesn't exist, though? I mean, I guess people have prints of, like, the Lorax, and none of those flowers exist. They're all Dr. Seuss stuff. So maybe somebody in the world will. You know what I want to do one day? I want to take some of my drawings and turn them into prints on fabric. I've seen this website. It's expensive, but I'm kind of like, wouldn't that be fun for like, I don't know, like my wedding dress or my wedding, maybe if it's not a wedding dress, something around the wedding, because the fabric they do is like cotton and you can have the cotton printed with your artwork. And while it wouldn't necessarily work for a wedding dress, wouldn't that be a cool thing? Even if I did it for like, even if I did it for like, I don't know, a wall hanging at the wedding, you know? Or like a photo backdrop. You know how there's those like balloon arches? Well, you can do like a fabric arch also. I could do a fabric arch where I'd made the fabric. Wouldn't that be cool? Fantasy flowers are a thing. Are they? Well, here's a fantasy flower for you then. I don't even know how it grows because my brain at first was like, it's going to be like a Cosmo. So I started it with the idea that it's Cosmo-like, but then I started adding these tendrils and I'm like, but that makes it a vining climber. So is this a freak morning glory? Or maybe it's a, what's that other one? that climbs, that my grandpa had, that everybody's grandma and grandpa grows. It grows on a trellis. It's a perennial. I guess the flowers do sort of look like this. They don't, but they're like open like this. Do you know what I'm talking about? My brain keeps saying gladiola, but that's not it. It's a climbing flower. Clematis. Maybe it's a fantasy clematis. Couldn't it be? I love art pattern fabric. My favorite dress is made with Van Gogh's skeleton with a cigarette. See, that's cool. And some of my favorite handmade things are like bird patterns. But I feel like I have the ability to make a repeat pattern with flowers. And like, I want to make baby dresses for my nieces where it's like flower, like little meadow flowers. I want to do smocking. That's something else that's on my I want to learn list. Maybe this summer I can do a sewing summer. I feel like I haven't sewn in a long time. But do I want to hand sew these dresses? How cute would that be to have all the little nieces and nephews have matching outfits? Did I tell you what my sister suggested that I think is such a great idea? It's called Camp Laura. So I have a bunch of nieces and nephews now, and also just like close friends who have babies. So since there's a group of them now, they're all too young to like do anything yet, but so that I can maintain a close relationship with them, my sister suggested this awesome idea, I think, where all of the families rent cottages or something, Airbnbs or something in the same spot, and then I am at a campsite with Alex and all of the babies. So at that point, they're little kids. So imagine kids between the ages of like 5 and 8 or 7 and 12, that kind of age range. And then I can do Camp Laura, and it'll be like a week-long camp where I'm the camp counselor. So I do fishing with them. I do bracelet making. I do arts and crafts, tie-dye, that sort of stuff. Fun things, but we can also do like mushroom foraging and plant identification and like just camp. Imagine like summer camp, except it's all kids who know each other or who are related. So it's like my plan or my ability to love the kids, which would be great, and also the kids' ability to love each other, because like not all my siblings' kids live near each other. And I was like, my sister said, like, wouldn't that be fun? And then I was like, that sounds like an amazing thing. And of course, for my sisters, it would be a little bit of a break. Either they can go camping also and just stay at a campsite far away from our campsite in the same campground, or they can full on not be there and only come on like Parents' Day. You know, like camps used to have like Parents' Visit Day. If you did overnight camp ever, there would be a visiting day when your parents were allowed to come. And we could do that so that they can still see their parents. Alternatively, me and the kids are camping in a campsite, like with tents, and then their parents, because like my sisters are not fans of roughing it. It's not their style. My little sister would much prefer to be in a cottage, and my older sister would just much prefer to just not bother with any sort of camping vibe. But yeah, they could be at a cottage together, all the parents, or they could just be like, I could pick a campsite that's within an hour of everybody's home kind of thing, so that everybody can be close in case of emergency. And I know like a lot of people don't let their kids sleep over places because of safety issues. Obviously, we would have a lot of rules around the fact that I would be sleeping with all of the kids, because my sisters and my nieces and nephews matter so much to me. So we would have a lot of rules to make sure everybody is safe. Obviously, I'm not concerned about their safety at this point, but I understand that my siblings will forever have to look out for their kids. So we do need to have like as if it's a real camp rules. But doesn't that sound like a fun thing to do. That sounds so fun. I'm stealing that idea for when mine are old enough. So yeah, mine are not old enough right now anyway, but my sister suggested it and I was like, that's actually such a nice idea for me to be able to have bonding time with my nieces and nephews that also allows them to bond with each other, because like without your mom and dad around, you know, hanging out with your cousins and like being able to like just play and be messy at a camp with someone who isn't your mom and dad, I feel like it could be super cool. I mean, I think it'll be cool. And the fact that my sister suggested it makes me feel like I didn't come up with the idea. So I don't have to convince anyone it's a good idea, which is nice. And both my sisters really, they trust me with their kids, which is super for me. It feels very, like an honor to be trusted with someone's kids, and the idea that they trust me enough to do sleepovers when they are of the generation that no longer thinks sleepovers are a good idea. A lot of millennials are not allowing sleepovers at all ever because of things that happened to them as children. So I understand that point of view. Like I get those videos on TikTok where people are like, I will never let my children sleep over anywhere. And I'm like, whatever. I was lucky enough to never have anything bad happen to me at a sleepover, but I also understand the fear of subjecting your child to risks that they don't need to. Look, Peekaboo's sitting with us. That last day, all the family should come and have a big family barbecue. I 100% agree with that, Candace. That's such a good idea. Like grandma and grandpa can come, all the uncles and aunts. That would be so fun. And then it could be kind of like the opportunity for a little family reunion every summer. I mean, these are family members that will be in contact. They're not that far apart that they won't be like knowing each other at all. But still, yeah, having all the aunts and uncles together sounds like a great thing. Completely valid. Sleepovers could be crazy. You got to trust the others watching them. Yeah, I think that's part of the reason why I feel pretty honored that my sister would suggest it. And then I spoke to my other sister about it, and she was like, I love that idea. That's such a good idea. So they trust me with their kids, which is awesome. I love that for me. But I also, even though I trust me with their kids, and I trust anyone that I would be with watching their kids, they're still going to be in a public place in this scenario. Like a campground is still... it's not a secure location, you know what I mean? There's other people at a campground. I don't have control of all of the people, the staff, and the attendees at a campground. So we would have to come up with some rules, but I think I would make it like a camp. You know, like if you went to sleepaway camp, they give you a bunch of rules when you show up. I think I would make it literally like a sleepaway camp where I would have the whole week planned out. We would be having matching t-shirts. I was talking to my sister about it as soon as she suggested it. I was like, oh my God, Camp Laura is going to be amazing. Maybe it won't be called Camp Laura. Maybe it'll be called like Camp Nibbling, or... you know what I mean? It'll be called Camp something, and we'll have matching t-shirts every year. And I was like, can you imagine if we did that every year from like, let's say the time when are they old enough to like hold a fishing rod and not get injured? 7. So let's say from the time that they're 7 to the time that they don't want to do it anymore. So I'm going to guess at like 12, probably 7 to 12 every year. I could take them and do teaching. I can teach them. I can have, like, I said to my sister, it kind of feels like I won't be parenting because I'm not a parent. For that week, I'll be able to, like, give all of the stuff that I would want to give to kids if I had them. You know, like, these are the identifiable mushrooms. Not that we're going to eat them. These are the edible berries. This is what you do to make natural dye. I can do a natural dye workshop with my nibblings, and each of them go home with a t-shirt. We can do tie-dye. We can do all kinds of stuff. Just identifying insects. We can, like, have a microscope there to look at, like, plant cells. We can have a telescope to look at the stars at night. Things that I would feel a lot of joy to pass on to my children. Since I won't have children, I'll get the joy of passing it on to these children. And yeah, I got into the whole thinking about it of like, what things would I want want for them? What things would I want to give them? What things would I want to teach them? And I went on this like wild little brain party of like, oh my God, there's actually quite a few things I would love to teach a child. And camping is such a good scenario to do that. Plus, they're all off school in this scenario. And I already know them, so it's not like I'm getting a bunch of strange children. It would be children who already love me and trust me. So when I say, like, we're going into the swamp and we're going to collect leeches, they'll trust me enough to try. Oh my God, Alistair does this thing right now. It's so effing cute. You'll die. He's gotten out of his I don't want to try anything worldview, and he's into his I'll take a polite bite. I don't want to eat it, but I'll take a polite bite. That's what my little sister has called it when she makes food and Alistair doesn't want it because it's something he hasn't seen before. He says, I'll take a polite bite. It's so effing cute. A polite bite? Are you kidding me? He's like, I don't want to eat it, but I will take a polite bite. And then if he likes the polite bite, he'll eat another one. He'll take another bite. Like last Friday, I made tilapia for dinner for us. Was it Friday or was it Wednesday? I don't know. This week, maybe it was Monday. I don't know. The days all blur. This week I went over with Alex and I made tilapia for everybody for dinner because Alex and I had some tilapia in the fridge that needed to get cooked or else it was going to go bad. And Alistair said, I don't want any, but I'll have a polite bite. And of course I'm giggling. That's adorable. And then he ate his whole fillet. He ate the whole piece because he's amazing. Okay, what am I doing to this to make stuff happen that isn't happening right now? I feel like I need some kind of like reddish color. But I also don't want it to be so dark. And the reds are so dark. Maybe I can do fluorescent coral. Well, the seed of camping dream with them has been planted. Exactly, Louisa. And I'm here for it. Camp Nibbling's amazing. Yes, I loved summer camp so much. My brother and I still talk about the stuff that we learned. I loved summer camp too. I feel like I was allowed to be a weird kid and there was enough other kids around that I didn't feel weird. The only thing I didn't like about summer camp was when girls started being interested in boys and then I had to look cute. I wasn't interested in boys, but I was interested in the other girls not thinking I was weird. So when all the other girls in the morning were getting ready and like putting makeup on and I was like, why do we gotta look cute? I thought we were gonna play in the mud. I remember that camp year. That was the year I learned that people were, quote unquote, hooking up at camp. And I was like, what? And then they had a rule, no purple. Boys are blue, girls are pink. We don't want any purple here. And I remember being like, what? I'm here for fishing and making GIMP bracelets, but okay. I wasn't ready. That was a fun camp year. I went with my little sister, but we were in 2 different age groups. Oh my God, that was where I learned that girls at camp were doing mouth to genital stuff with boys at camp. And I was like, I'm literally 13. I'm not doing any of that. Also, I was such a tomboy. There was no chance of any of that happening with me. But like, even so, I remember being so scared that that would be a thing that could come my way as a suggestion. Of course, when I look back at pictures of me now, I'm like, I literally looked like a little boy, but I was still nervous that that was going to be like, it's your turn. It did not happen. Don't worry. I was a safe 14. But see what I mean? I was 13 at sleepaway camp and there were kids doing sexual stuff. So, like I said, nothing happened to me, but is there a chance that one of those 13-year-old girls didn't really want to do whatever she was doing? Probably. We were 13. Girl, you got a family-friendly channel. So, I didn't say anything not family-friendly. Did I say anything not family-friendly? I don't think I did. I'm good. I think we're fine. I think everything's okay. And do I actually have a family-friendly channel? I mean, yes, but also like, That happened at our camp. I don't know how, because we stank, but it was happening. That's the other thing. I definitely was not showering regularly when at camp. Also, you shouldn't be. I feel like camp is meant for you to be gross. Camp is a gross time in your life. You're supposed to be gross. If you're not being gross at camp, you're missing the point. Mouth on body parts when talking about kids. Well, I was the kid. I'm not talking about kids as an adult. I'm talking about when I was a kid. That's what we as kids were doing. I was not one of them because I was 13, but that is what kids were doing. I'm like, it happened. I'm not saying it should have happened. It was actually told not to happen. Anyway, yeah. Life experience is weird, isn't it? Anyway, we don't have to talk about it. It's just, I started thinking about camp and then that came up in my brain, okay? I don't know what I'm doing here. What happened to your arm, the long red mark? I exfoliated my skin. I've had this exfoliating cloth, and it's like you use it once a week and it's rough textured cloth. And I was like, I did a whole shower yesterday, which is like an everything shower. And I decided I'll exfoliate. And then I waited too long in the tub before exfoliating, so my skin was negatively affected, unfortunately. It'll be fine, but it is annoying. When I put my lotion on, it stung. I just over exfoliated. It was just a bad choice. Okay. I love exfoliating. It feels like I'm sanding my skin in the best way. Yes, same, except for when somehow, just in this long line, I was doing this. So that's what I don't understand. It's a cloth. And like, did I do this too many times? I don't know. I feel like I was always working in a round circle. But here's the hair. Oh my, you were there for the real purpose of the camp. Yeah. Being a child and having fun at camp, yeah. Others were a little lost. Yep. And the hard part is, in a way, you could feel like the one that was out of place. Yeah, I did. But I also, it didn't ruin my time, luckily. I'm trying to figure out what to do here. I feel like we need more orange in the middle. Maybe vermilion? Is vermilion an orange? That would be good. It's kind of giving tiger lily. I also love exfoliating. However, I overdid it. Oops. I was saying earlier, it hasn't happened in many years where I've over exfoliated my like body skin. So it's okay because it hasn't happened in a long time. Okay, that's cool. Now what are we gonna do? I feel like it needs to be more. Like it's not bright enough. The pink isn't bright enough. Do I have a brighter pink? Vivid pink? That seems a bit much. Is vivid pink too vivid? I don't think so. I think vivid pink is a good choice. What are you dropping, Beelzebub? Is Peekaboo's still there. Oh, hi, Pika. I thought she was on the cat bed, but she is not. Hi. This morning, before I even took the cover off of the bird cage, Beelzebub was saying, out, 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 out. And I was like, I haven't even taken the cover off. You're not coming out right away. Because usually what I do first thing in the morning with the birds is I take their cover off and change their water. And then they get like 10, 15 minutes in their cage before I let them out because I want them to poop and I want them to eat something. So as soon as I came into the room and started turning on my lights, Beelzebub was saying, out, 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 out. I was like, I'm not letting you out yet, girl. I never let you out right away. What are you doing? I feel like that's a better choice here. I over-exfoliated with sugar scrub one time and then tried to shave after. It was not a vibe. Yep, that not a vibe. I did not over-exfoliate my legs, luckily. I exfoliated my legs just enough. And then I shaved after, and now my legs are amazing. For a day and a half. And then they'll be prickly again. But, you know, for that day and a half, gorgeous. Unfortunately, my arms do not match because I over-exfoliated them. I don't think I'm not an arm shaving person, but if I was an arm shaving person, it would not have happened yesterday because of the exfoliation. There's so much work. Imagine. I have empathy for you girlies who who choose to shave your arms. Because it is so much extra surface area. Does not seem like the vibe. One of my friends in high school always shaved her arms, and I was like, that is so much work. And she was like, yeah, but I like them to be smooth. So then I tried it once in high school, and on top of cutting my arm more than one time in the process of trying to shave my arms, I also hated the feeling of stuff touching my skin when there was no arm hair to buffer it. It felt like every nerve ending was like awake and on high alert. It was horrible. It was a sensory nightmare. And I will never forget that. All right. These colors are looking good now, don't you think? I mean, they're kind of interesting. Interesting can be good. Oh, Lordy. Cool. I almost never shave my legs, so when I do, it feels super weird. I shave my legs fairly regularly because I like how it feels. Personally. That being said, you do you, boo. What should I do? Should these blobs be a different color, like maybe red? Or should they be orange? I kind of want them to be like a different color, like red, but maybe pink is correct. You know the little blobs here that are like a lighter pink? Do you think they should be something else? Don't worry, we're not done the leaves yet. We still have leaves to do. I really like the colors. Thank you. I like them too. Okay, let's go in with some... What is it, Beelzebub? What is it, honey? You need something, Peekaboo? Oh, did I say Beelzebub? I meant Peekaboo. Do you need something? Do you want to come sleep on the table here? I can bring your cat bed over to the table. I know you're nervous that Rohan's gonna show up. But I don't think he is. I think he's sleeping. Because he hasn't come up since breakfast. So, here. Hey. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There, you can sleep right here. Maybe a darker pink leaning towards red. It's too bad I can't like undo if I change my mind. Peekaboo, you have a spot now. Go away. Go away. Go on. Lie down. There you go. Oh, she's just a baby. Good girl. Okay. Now, light pink, dark pink leaning towards red. Is there like an orange leaning towards red? There's French vermilion. You know, like a dark orange. The only reds, well, there's carmine. That's kind of like a pinkish red. It feels like it's quite red. Let's see. Let's risk it all here. Oh, that works. Good. That's not too red. It's pink leaning red. Yeah, that's good. Rohan has woken up. Sorry, Peekaboo. I bet you're gonna run soon. Yeah, that's nice. Hi. You calling Rohan? Hi. Nothing. What's up with you? You're so cute. Yeah, you are. Yeah, that's good. I just want you to see what I'm working with here. I just have a cat very close to me. And you should probably be jealous because she's so cute. Look, she's just... You just here to hang out with me? You sweet lady. Hi, Rohan. Hi, baby. What are you... Were you sleeping? Yeah. Rohan is awake now. Hi, baby. Hi. Now I have 2 cats and 2 birds in the room. Hi. He doesn't know where Peekaboo is because cats are actually pretty stupid. So now he's going to look for her. Then he's going to jump on his cat bed and see her. And then he's going to jump onto my table to get to her. So stay tuned for drama that is going to ensue. I know in my heart, drama is coming. And Peekaboo knows it too. Rohan still doesn't know where she is. I'll try and remember to switch the camera when he discovers her location. Okay, so here is the current workup of the flower. I still feel like it's missing something, but we'll deal with that when it's time. Beelzebub, nobody wants to hear that, okay? Okay, now I'm going to do some segments of the leaf with the darker green. Beelzebub. Just to make vibes. Also, sorry for having the birds concern your cat. The birds also concern my cat. What do you mean dancy dance, Beelzebub? You didn't do anything. Dancy dance. Dancy dance. You're so cute. It's not gonna need to make sense. She's got her head over the edge of the table. He's not there. He went into the kitchen. He went into the kitchen. You're fine. Silly cat. Oh, he just discovered her. Well, so much for that. I'm gonna lurk for a bit. I gotta prep dinner. Sounds good. I'm gonna just continue to color my leaf. He's not even bothering you, Peekaboo. He's allowed to be here. Speaking of here, here's Rohan investigating where Peekaboo was sleeping. Hello, sir. Good morning. Nice to see you. Anyway. Do your cats get along? My cats, they don't. Well, Rohan likes Peekaboo. I keep saying that it's like they don't like each other, but that's not it. Rohan likes Peekaboo. Peekaboo does not like Rohan. That's the problem that we have, is that Peekaboo would like to have Rohan not be part of our family anymore, and Rohan just wants to play with Peekaboo, which doesn't work for us. Beauty and Brawn all in one morning. Yup. They are getting along a lot better than when we first got Rohan, which it's been, what, a year and a half? We got him in November of last year. Not the November that just happened, the November before that. We got him and Peekaboo were mortal enemies for quite some time. Because Peekaboo hated him. But she is now able to hold her ground. He also used to be very mean. Like, he would attack her and, like, try and hurt her. He was never able to. He only hurt Alex and I. But he wanted to, and that was a problem. Anyway, that seems to have finished that era. And now they're in kind of an avoidance era where they'll come into contact with each other just, like, by chance. They don't seek each other out for friendship. But they'll come into contact at, like, breakfast time. Or if there's treats, they'll both come out. And Peekaboo will generally growl or angrily meow at him. And he just, like, meows at her. He's not mean about anything. So they still, I wouldn't call them friends, but they are not mortal enemies. I'm no longer nervous that there's going to be a, like, actual vicious fight. When we first got Rohan, I was concerned every time that they would squabble because it felt so vicious. And no one was ever hurt. No one ever drew blood, but, like, they definitely could have. So that's what Rohan does when he's talking to her. He's not even rude. She's more rude than he is. But she's also, like, a scaredy cat. So she's nervous that he's gonna, like, try and kill her. He hasn't in a long time. So, yeah. That's what we have in our little family right now. That's our drama. And the birds get along with both cats just fine. Peekaboo is not interested in friendship with the birds, but the birds really enjoy play fighting with Rohan. Rohan is the Bengal, by the way, and Peekaboo is the gray one. I remember when we went to the vet and I was like, we have a fat gray cat and then we have a beautiful Bengal. And when the vet saw Peekaboo, she was like, well, I mean, like, she's like a Russian blue. She definitely has Russian blue in her. And I was like, she's like a street cat. She can have whatever she wants in her. She is literally like a wild animal. She's a street cat. She's a stray. She's no purebred anything. Whereas Rohan is like this beautiful pedigree kitty cat who has like such beautiful eyes, and he's so pretty. And Peekaboo is like gray. But the vet was like, well, she looks like she has some Russian blue in her. I'm like, she's just gray. If that's all it takes for a cat to be called Russian blue. No, she also has these fat cheeks. I'm like, whatever you say, Doc. I would argue that she is just a domestic shorthair who is fat and gray. And we love her. We don't need her to be anything other than that. But trying to, like, put a breed on Peekaboo is kind of silly. Like, she's for sure just, like, a random farm cat. I love her still. Also, I feel like these leaves are coming along. What is it, Beelzebub? Okay, I think we need a darker green. But that's fun. Isn't that a fun mix of colors? I think we need a dark green now, though. Do we need deep olive? I think that'll be a good color. Hopefully. Okay. Hi, guys. Kiss. Kiss. Give me a kiss. Beelzebub, you're so cute. You dancy dance. I'm coloring. What are you doing? You can come here and you can give me a kiss. Both of you want a kiss. Come here. Kiss. Good bird. Good bird. Kiss. Come here, you're so cute. This is how we practice words. We just say words to them. What are you doing? Okay, that looks cool. Now I think we need like a yellow stripe in the middle. Maybe fresh green would be a good color to use. Shush. You know, like that. For like the high points of the leaves, you know? And then I think we need to do some shadow stuff. Probably green gray. Where are you? Green gray, warm gray, green gray, green gray. And then we'll use the green gray. Hey. For the center stripe. Okay. Darkened it out. And we can also green gray the edge. And also we can green gray. You dancey dance. You. No, you dancey dance. No, you dancey dance. Nope. Nope. No, you dancey dance. Nuh-uh, you dancey dance. Nuh-uh. Cool. There we go. Now we got some shade and light going on, which is great. Now I think we need to do a warm gray or a cool gray. Maybe a warm gray on the flowers. So that'll darken the back petals a bit. Beelzebub, enough. Your yelling is becoming too much. Aren't the alcohol markers cool? You can layer them. Watercolor markers don't layer as nicely. Whereas these ones, you can blend them and layer them. Isn't that cool? Oh, also, I downloaded a whole bunch of new music yesterday. So I'm going to make a new playlist for during the live stream. So look forward to that. Okay, that was warm gray 3. Do I have warm gray 5? I do, but where are you? Do I want a cool gray or a warm gray? I think I want a warm gray. Warm gray 5, where are you? Warm gray 6. And warm gray 3. And warm gray 9. That's annoying. So there isn't a warm gray like 5. That's all right. We'll just use warm gray 6. And we'll see how that feels. I want to go darker with these back petals. Is that too dark? I don't think so. I think that's a good dark. I just want the front petals to stick out more. By the way, if you are hanging out with us today, don't forget to click the thumbs up button, please and thank you. Helps the channel grow, and you're already here hanging out with us, so you might as well. Oh, I love the part where we get to shadow. Like, doesn't that just do something extra? It adds, like, it pops out the front petals so much, because it's like it gives it 3D. It gives it dimension. We love the dimension, don't we? Oh, I forgot to tell you, Alex finally got his MRI yesterday. So we've been waiting for months for Alex to be able to get this MRI on his shoulder, and it ended up being way worse than he expected, because he was just expecting an MRI. But they had to do a bunch of x-rays while he was there, and they had to stick a needle in his shoulder, like a large gauge needle in his shoulder in order to find something. So they had like a needle that they were using to identify something when he was getting the x-rays, and then he had to get something injected into him so that the MRI would do what it was supposed to do. I'm not a doctor, okay? But yeah, he got the MRI, and while he was getting his MRI, what color should these things be? Brown or green? What do we think? This is absolutely beautiful. I'm glad you like it, Candace. That makes me feel nice. I also think the edges of the leaves should have some yellow on them. Anyway, while he was in the MRI, or while he was getting the procedures done, I saved the day for someone. A girl, a lady, probably a little younger than me, was getting ready to have her MRI, and the nurse came out and said, you know what, we might have to reschedule it because if you can't get that out. And I noticed she was trying to get out an earring, and I went up to her and I went, I'm a piercing girly too. Is there something I can help with? And then she said, oh my God, yes, please. I've been trying to get this earring out for like 20 minutes and I can't get it out. It's too small. And it was a conch piercing. And I expertly removed the little ball and got her conch piercing out. Don't worry, I sanitized the heck out of my hands before and after. And she said, thank you so much. God bless you. I've been waiting for this MRI for so long, and they almost rescheduled because I couldn't get it out. God bless you. Thank you so much. And I was like, God bless me? I haven't had someone say God bless you in a while. And I was like, thank you. I just got God blessed. Don't mind if I do. Thank you. So, yeah, and then she finished her MRI before Alex, and she said, can I trouble you to put it back in? And I said, don't even worry about it. And I went and sanitized the heck out of my hands, and as I was doing it, she turned to her mom and she said, she's a piercer, Mom. That's why she knows what to do. And I was like, I'm not, but I'm not going to correct you. I have done piercings, and therefore I am a piercer. It made me feel pretty high and mighty. I say so myself. That was so nice of you. I saw a piercing girly in need, and we never let our piercing girlies down. I know the feeling. I had to cut the nose pin out of mine so I could do my MRI. Was it for contrast, the injection with the MRI? Yeah, that sounds like what was happening. Contrast. Can you tell I was really, really engaged and listening super hard? I just couldn't. I just didn't care. I was sitting outside the MRI and I brought my knitting and I said to myself, I am going to knit while he's in this MRI and it's going to be so good. I'm going to have so much done on my little blanket for Elizabeth. I scrolled on Instagram the entire time. Disappointing. But you know what? That's just what happens sometimes. We don't always follow the plan. I just want the inner petals to be so bright, and to do that I have to darken the outer ones. There. I feel like that's dark enough. The intention was there. Yes, I brought the knitting, which basically means I did knit. Right? Because I brought it, which was like basically. Also, I parked because Alex was running late. Oh! Something else happened at the hospital for my ego. It was an ego building experience for me, let me tell you. So I walked in because last time Alex had an MRI, it got canceled after we arrived. So we paid for parking and parked the car and then arrived in the hospital and then we're waiting. And then they said, oh, come over here. It's been canceled. Sorry about that. And we were like, well, we've already paid for parking. That's so irritating. And then the lady that we were speaking to said, oh, okay, if you've already paid for parking, next time you have your MRI scheduled, just come into the hospital first and I'll give you a parking pass. And I was like, okay. And so I went into the hospital. Alex was waiting in the car because I felt confident. He was like, they said they would if they could. And I was like, well, then we're going to make sure they can, won't we? Like, what do you mean? I'll just ask. I'll use my words. So I went in feeling very confident and I talked to the lady, the same lady as last time. And she said, you know, you look like someone. You look like an actress that I absolutely love. And I was like, go on. And she said, I don't remember her name, but she was in Brooklyn. And so I pulled out my phone. I was like, oh, I'm going to find out if she's nice or not. Because if you're comparing me to some ugly actress or someone who plays a villain, I'm going to have feelings about it. She said, no, she was lovely. She said I looked like Saoirse Ronan. And I was like, okay, well, I don't really get it. And she was like, you should take a picture of yourself and then look at one next to her. Maybe I can see it. And I was like, woman, while you are wrong, I will take the compliment. Thank you so much. So, and I said that to her. While I think you are wrong about that, I will take the compliment because Saoirse Ronan is beautiful, so I will happily accept your compliment. Oh, hello. Look who's decided to join us again. Girl, I see it. I don't see it at all. However, I will take the compliment because Saoirse Ronan is so pretty. So thank you very much. Good morning, gorgeous painting. Thank you, Marina. Good morning to you as well. Also, good morning, Melanie. Oh, I see it. Guys, stop. Okay, now I have to look again. No, it's for real not, but Saoirse Ronan. Ha! Not me spelling it right on the first try. Like, I will have to disagree with you. However, I am going to show it to you so that you guys can shower me with compliments. I'm just kidding. I'm not just kidding. I am just kidding. Just don't worry about me, okay? That is not the same. We both have blue eyes, and I have blonde hair currently. Nose. Different nose. You know what, though? Her eyes do tilt down, and that is something I've been told about my eyes in my youth. She said I look like what she looked like in Brooklyn. And I was like, I'll take it. She looks really pretty in that movie. That's me looking like her. I'm not seeing it. I'm trying to do like a... I mean, she's skinny. Maybe that's the difference. Lol. And what happened with the parking? Look at the pic I sent. Oh, no. No, I see it. Girl, I see it. You have a very classic face shape. That's a lovely compliment to receive. You think that one? Okay, look, here's the one. That was me trying to have her face. A classic face shape. I'm cool with that. That sounds nice. You do. Thank you. Saoirse Ronan who? What happened with the parking? Oh, right. What happened with the parking? So I went in. She said the nice thing to me. She gave me a parking pass. I went back out. We were running late to the appointment, so I sent Alex in. She said, no problem. Here's the parking pass. It was easy. But we couldn't find parking because the parking lot also... Hold on. Just... This is important. The parking lot, even though it was full, and it said full... A car came out and then it let us in, which meant there was a space, but there were no spaces. So I just sat in the car in the parking lot until someone arrived and then moved their, left. So then I parked the car and came in and I was like, I parked the car. You're welcome. And Alex was like, good job. And I was like, that's embarrassing. I am in my 30s and I needed to be congratulated for parking the car. You know what? He congratulated me, so. And then afterwards, he told me he almost fainted because the needle was very large and went very deep into his shoulder. And I was so sad that I couldn't be there for him because I'm usually in the procedure room. Alex is very not comfortable with doctors or medical professionals. So usually I'm with him as his advocate. But we thought it was just him lying down in a machine, so I was waiting in the waiting room. And then he had to get this needle, but he was already there, and he said, I'm really not cool with needles. And then the doctor or tech, whoever was working on him, said, okay, well, I'll talk you through the whole thing. Little did they know that's the opposite of what is helpful for Alex. He does not want to internalize or think about what the thing is, or else he's going to, really experience it to the fullest extent and faint. So he told them that, And he said they brought me apple juice so I didn't faint. And I was like, that's good. But also, we'll just explain it to you, no problem. That was not contrast. Usually that is put in through your IV. Well, this was not an IV. This was like, he said they stuck a needle multiple times and were doing stuff with an x-ray while the needle was in. So what I'm wondering is if they were sticking the needle to where the injury was to mark it. Like if it wasn't a needle, but it was like a probe or something. I wasn't in the room, so I don't really know. But green bice. This feels like it's not green, but we're going to go with it. Oh, I didn't realize it was in the shoulder. Yeah, and I was like, did they inject you with something? Like, was it to help with the inflammation? Like, are you sure you didn't get a cortisol injection? And he was like, no, it wasn't an injection. They did a lidocaine injection into his shoulder before sticking the needle in. And he was like, but the needle was not there for regular depth. He said it was way bigger of a needle and way deeper of an injection, or way deeper of a poke. And he said he didn't think they were injecting anything, just doing it to see something. And Alex is already a needle hater, and the idea of them sticking a needle multiple times into his shoulder for diagnostics, the poor guy was probably not having a good time. That sounds so painful and gross. Well, yeah, Alex gets grossed out if you like touch his bones. He really doesn't like to be aware of his body. It grosses him out, like in a freaked out kind of way. Like if I wanted to, I could make him throw up by poking different spots on his body. You know what I mean? Like I know the spots, and for him, like his collarbone, the idea, it like reminds him he has bones. If you touch his collarbone or his hip bones, he's like, ugh, I'm a meat suit with bones in it. So that's what was happening, is they were poking around the bones in his shoulder and then needling them. Like, I'm sure he was just disgusted. Here's my flower. Is it missing anything? What else does my flower need? Sounds so painful and gross. Yeah, it does. It really does. Paid parking things are stressful. Agreed, Melanie. I didn't have to pay though, because we paid last time and I got a parking pass for free. So that was nice. I'm 41 and I need to be congratulated every time I move the car 2 meters. I think that's reasonable. I think you deserve it. Blue halo. Yellow to blue halo. I don't think I can go that far. Yellow to blue. I could do blue. I could do like a really pale blue. I could do cool shadow. How dark is cool shadow? Let's see. Okay, cool shadow is very pale, but still pretty cool. After we finish with this, do you guys want to look at the seedlings for a few minutes? Also, I think tomorrow is Easter for me. I'm gonna go over to my sister's house and do an Easter egg hunt with Alistair. Well, Alistair's gonna do the Easter egg hunt, but I'm going to watch and take photos and ooh and ah about how amazing he is. Are you guys doing anything for Easter with your families? All right, there's a little bit of a shadow. I gotta go. I hope you have a great day and a great weekend. I'll be back Monday. Sounds good, bulkheads. Have a good rest of your weekend. Stay safe. Drink water. All those things. Should we do pale baby blue or pastel blue? I think pastel blue. Is Easter a thing in Nigeria? Like with the Easter bunny and stuff? My neighbors have kids and they're new from Nigeria. Should I do something for them? Alright, a blue outline. You can barely even see it. You can see it in real life. Anyway, my neighbors moved here last winter. So this will be their first spring in Canada. But it'll also be their first Easter in Canada. I should Google it if they do things. Going out of town Sunday to see my grandparents-in-law. That's nice. How far out of town? Out of town is so vague. Like, I'm leaving my province or I'm going 2 towns over. One of the two. Peekaboo's just sitting here looking grumpy. Look at this. She just wags her tail occasionally, like a big angry wag. He's not even in here, Peekaboo. I think you should. I think if you were there and they had a tradition, they'd share it with you. Even if they don't celebrate, it would be sweet. But I think they would. Most Nigerians I've met are Christians. Yeah, I know most Nigerians are Christians, or at least most Nigerians I think all Nigerians I've met were Christians. But I don't know if that means they celebrate Easter Bunny Easter, because you know what I mean? Like, that's not a guarantee. Different Christians celebrate differently. I'll Google it. And if it is a thing, then I will do a little Easter basket for them. Maybe I won't even say anything. I'll just leave it at the door. I know how many kids there are, you know? But then the parents might be like, who did this? No, they won't. We live in a house that has a locked front door all the time. You could, as an introduction to Canadian Easter. Mm-hmm. I got these little bunny footprints for Alistair. My sister and I were shopping for like what to put for Alistair's Easter basket, and she did a lot of stickers because right now his favorite thing is stickers. And she saw these bunny feet and she was like, I don't need to do that. It's extra. We don't need to do that. And I was like, yeah, totally. So I bought them. And I was like, except for we do need to do that. He needs bunny rabbit footprints. He loves jumping on like things. Like if you have like, he has these little circle, I don't even know what I'd call them. They're kind of like coasters, but they're large, like large enough for a child to sit on. And he throws them all over the room and then plays the floor is lava. Name and date. Don't forget. I won't forget. I won't forget. Why are you sneezing? Bless you. Is it dusty? Achoo. I don't know why they decide to sneeze when I'm not sneezing. I know they go achoo when I'm sneezing, but when they do it for no reason, I'm like, what's going on in your mind? You tiny brainless animal. Oh my god, those remind me of my childhood, right? Aren't they cute? So I bought them for him. I made her do it. Okay, this is Laura Bickinus, April 18th, 25. There we go. Sorry for the confusion for people who call gift baskets hampers. I mean inside the laundry hamper. Oma would put the footprints up the stairs and my basket would always be in the hamper at the top of the stairs. That's so cute. Hello, Beelzebub. Good morning. Can you step up? Okay, bye-bye. Rude. Okay, here's what our first picture looks like. Let's have a look in a minute at our seedlings. Oh my god, this cat is so cute. Her arms are stretched out. She's fat. She's everything. She is everything. She is the moment. Okay, let me show you the drawing from the front. Ta-da! Ta-da! Do you like it? Interesting. Unique. Beautiful. So there's our first one for today. I do want to do, let's see if any of it bled through. Not quite, but close enough. What is this flower? It's just a made up flower. I just I drew a circle in the middle, and then I drew 8 petals, and then I put 8 petals offset. It's not any specific flower. We just made it up. A fantasy flower. But it's pretty. She'd also put these Winnie the Pooh wooden signs in the plants that say, the bunny went this way, and I still have them. Easter's my favorite holiday. That's so sweet. Well, these little bunny footprints are going to be very cute. A lot of your picks would make great covers for blank cards. It looks like a straw flower. Oh, kind of. I guess that makes some sense. It's like a straw flower with a smaller middle. You're right. It does kind of have straw flower energy. What was I going to say? Anyway, so he's got the footprints that'll go through the house. I also got him a bunch of stickers. She's going to put big stickers inside of plastic Easter eggs for his like Easter egg hunt because he's too little for chocolate. He's allowed to have chocolate, but just like in very moderation. I need you to see this cat. Is the bottom going to show? Look at her feet. She's got her feet stretched out over. You have a bed. You're sitting on a bed. Why you stretch your feet out so far? Do you need something? Can I have your feet? Can I just take your foot? Oh, look at that fluffy, fluffy toe beans. Do you have any sharp nails in there? No, still trimmed. Good girl. Let's cross. Oh. What are you gonna do? Bite my finger? I don't think so. You little jerk. I love it when they do the Sphinx. Isn't it cute? I like it when they do loaf of bread. Can you be a loaf of bread? Hide your toes. Give me those toes. Hey, don't you bite me. Ouch. Ouch. Just hide your toes, then you don't have to bite. Just hide them. I'm making her angry right now. Do you ever harass your cat for no reason? 'Cause I do. And this is what it looks like. Can you open your mouth where everyone will see? Oh my God. This is when she's mad. This is an angry peekaboo these days. That's all it is. And then she goes, actually just pet me. Don't make me angry, just pet me. I'm just a baby. Just a baby. Don't hurt me. Thank you. She's like, then leave me alone. Fine. I'll leave you alone. What a sweetheart to think she was a feral bunny catching menace. Rabbit catching. She wasn't a bunny catcher. She caught a rabbit and dragged a giant rabbit across our field. The rabbit was as big as her. Like she had to take breaks and let it go and then pick it back up and like dragged it across a field. Yeah, she used to be a menace. I used to worry that she would kill my chickens. Like we decided to catch her because she started hanging out near our chicken coop. And I was like, she's going to kill one of our chickens. Do you hear the angry noise? She sees Rohan. Rohan just returned. Rohan? Hey. Rohan. You don't need to hunt her. You're fine, peekaboo. Rohan's like, I don't know, peekaboo. You gonna go? You gonna hide? Gotta hide from Rohan. A whole arse wild hare. Literally, she hunted a wild hare and dragged it back to her wherever she put it. All right, let's see how everybody's doing in here today. The Chantilly Snapdragons are amazing. Look at these. Gorgeous. They have secondary leaves now, which is super. We also have really good stuff going on with the alyssum, but it's too far away. Something I do want to do is pull out some of the overseeding in the amaranths. Peekaboo, Rohan, you guys are fine. You don't need to be so dramatic with each other. You're okay. Then I have more alyssum. I also planted alyssum outside yesterday. So that's good. They look so strong. It's because they are so strong, because I am the mother of plants. I keep all the plants alive. Hopefully. That's the plan anyway. Okay, and then we've got some cool Cosmos looking really good. Rubenza, I would really appreciate if you guys could come up. That would be super. Bachelor's buttons are looking good. Summer Dreams Cosmos are looking good. The straw flowers, the unknown variety of straw flowers are also looking really good. I'll show them. So I don't know what color these are, but they look really good. And I've been doing this to them every day so that they can get nice and strong. So there are like 14 plants, I believe, here of my straw flowers. Pleased, very pleased. And the candy tuft and the baby's breath is also looking really good. The candy tuft is almost ready for its first pruning. Oh no, are you dampening off? Why are you like that? Why do you look sad? Is there not enough water in here? Ta-da. Rubenza sounds like an ad for one of those medicines they have in the States. You're right about that. Try Rubenza. Ask your doctor. Side effects may include extreme happiness through the summer months, obsession with flowers, allergic reactions, and death. This is baby's breath. Looks like we're having our first casualty right now, dampening off here. Looks like that's what's happening, but the seedlings themselves look okay. Peekaboo, he's not even bothering you. You don't need to be so dramatic. He's just interested in the fact that you exist. He's allowed to live here also. You both live here. Clarkia Mountain Garland. Oh my god, some of these are like dry. I need to water my plants. Sorry. Gotta fill up the watering can. Oh my god, and now I have to pee. What is happening? You guys talk amongst yourselves for a minute here because I have to go to the bathroom. I just have to put my plants back because I have a bird that will kill my stuff if it can access it. Here we go. Let me just hide everything behind a sheet again. All right, I'll be right back. Probably there will be at least one bird crime. You guys let me know what it is. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to turn the mic off. My crime cat. All right, I'm back. Now we can look at seedlings again. Vogue Rohan, come on. All right. Rohan crimes instead. I was going to say, don't forget that it might kill instead of fixing the condition. Yes, don't forget. May cause death. All right. So right now I have all these little, what are these? Love Lies Bleeding, Pink Spike, just a bunch of different amaranth. And I do not need all of them. And they're going to start getting in the way of each other pretty soon. There are some casualties, it seems. Maybe it's dampening off. Maybe it's that they dried out. Who's to say? Not me. Don't hold on to the dirt with your roots, though. I still need the dirt. Okay, so we've got a good amount of amaranth here. I do want them to have a good drink. This is a bad idea because I do not have a container for the water. But I do. I just need to find one. Those are just normal tweezers, or are they made for... They're just normal tweezers. I just needed something smaller than my hands in order to get in there. Oh my god, all of these have dried out. They've literally got watered yesterday morning. Unfortunately, I top watered just now. I should have bottom watered. There will be dampening off as a result, because that is something that happens if you top water things that are so delicate. All right, there we go. Amaranth is watered. Sorry about the angle of the cameras right now. There we go. Amaranth can go back on top of something else. Who else? You could go on top of the guys up here. Beautiful. All right, these also need water. Oh my god, you're so dry. I'm so sorry, Feverfew. The struggle. My poor Feverfew babies. So dry. So traumatized. Okay. You guys are watered. Where were you? Where were you? Okay, you can go here. Now this, oh my god, poor group of seedlings has already started to suffer. It's a good idea. Sometimes they're too delicate to do with your hands or it'll break the other ones, so wait till they're hardened off. So I wait till they're hardened off and then the roots get damaged. Another thing that you can do if you're worried about pulling them is just cut them as opposed to pulling them all the way out. Just cut the ones that you're giving up on. And the root can stay in the ground and it'll just sort of shrivel up and turn into nothing. These do not have enough room to stay wet. This group of plants is going to not survive, but I'll still try one more time to give them water in hopes that they can pull through. This is a very sad tray. That's smart. I like the idea of doing it early with tweezers. Yeah, it's definitely, it works. It's what I do. Here are my oh, my Verbina's coming up. Look. There's Verbena. Here's little ladybirds, Cosmos, and here are my red hoppy dye amaranth. Red dye hoppy, whatever it's called. You know, Wilson. And you, Cleome, also need a drink. Oh no, I spilled water. When did that even happen? I used a tray. Stupid. Okay, hold on. Are they a dye plant? I mean, the name makes me think that the answer is yes. Hoppy red dye amaranth. It sounds like they're a dye plant. That being said, I don't know any red plants that give you red. Let's try it. Agreed. I'm gonna Google it right after I finish watering some of these seedlings. Okay, so this is my purple cleome and pink cleome. They have not germinated yet. They were fully bone dry, which is not an ideal scenario. Zinnias look okay, not too dry. How about you? Oh my God, you poor baby. My mixed scabiosa has somebody coming up, which is great. We love that. Mixed scabiosa. Sorry if the audio is not great. I'm moving around, so I'm just filling up the bottom tray because it's empty, and then I'll put this back. Scabiosa, not scabiosa. Same with you. Give you guys some water. Time to water the children. Who's missing? You, pink cleome. Don't need to be under light yet because you've not germinated. Disappointment. You're an embarrassment. These, though, are not an embarrassment. Look at that. These are suspected celosia. Is it celosia? We don't know. It's just suspected. Because I didn't label it, because I'm an idiot. But it's okay. Doesn't need to be labeled for me to love it. I don't need labels. I don't love my things based on labels. Okay, one sec, I need to refill my water. Listen close. Doing something different. I read somewhere that plants don't like cold water. So this year, I am watering them with lukewarm, tepid, skin temperature water to see if they'll be happier. If they're not, that's okay. They don't have to do anything. They are my children and I love them. But if they are happier, oh God, then I'll be happier. Lost an Easter lily. Oh, it's so light. You need to be watered, don't you? I think these are perennial, so I'm gonna plant them outside. Give you a little drinky drink, so you don't freak out about what just happened. Alright, water you guys a little bit. Beautiful. How about you? Mixed coleus. We have currently 0 germination on my mixed coleus. That's fine. You're beautiful just the way you are. It'd be great if you could grow though. How about you, Clarkia? Do you have water? No, you don't. More water! How about you, Alyssa? Do you have water? No, you don't. More water. Feed the Alyssa. All right. I think that's good. I think we covered it. Cover that back up so that the birds don't cause chaos. Oh, I still have one thing to do here. I found an article about dye with the exact plant. I'm sending it to you in the Natural Dye Discord. Very good. Thank you. Good thing we have a Natural Dye Discord dedicated. Nope, to this. Dedicated. Let's see. Natural dyeing with amaranth. This, nope, I don't want that. Amaranth hoppy red dye from seed for the first time. Want to share my experience using it as dye stuff. I'm absolutely delighted with the color potential. Some seeds, hoppy red dye. Yeah, natural hoppy red dye. Good. Undyed yarn, dye stuff, amaranth. Yeah. Mordanting. Sorry, I wanted to make sure the birds aren't gentle dye process. Super low heat. Okay, 120 grams of fresh amaranth, seeds and leaves. Put it in the pot and filled with tap water. Left it on the pot on my south-facing terrace for 3 days to see if it was possible to extract it. Temperatures were 30 Celsius. Let it cool, sit for 2 days, filtered off the dye stuff. Leaves are no longer dark red. There was a lot more color left in the dye bath. After I took out the skein, I used the exhaust to make 2 more skeins. Twisted the first one before putting it in and only heated the dye. Wow, those are beautiful colors. Oh, that's lovely. That is a lovely color. Okay. Well, then I guess we're gonna try. Don't mind if I do. I wasn't expecting it to actually be red or pink. It seems like she just used alum. Hoppy red dye amaranth. Uses. Traditionally used for color in the traditional hoppy peaky bread. Okay, so it's red dye, hoppy red dye, like hoppy bread. What is it used for? It can be applied to natural and synthetic fibers and phenyl formaldehyde resins, and it's a food additive. It has number E123. What is red amaranth used for? No, not that way. In the 16th century, the Spanish conquistadors banned the plant's cultivation, fearing that the spiritual connection with it would stymie the establishment of Catholicism in the continent. That's sad. It's used to color hoppy peaky bread. So let's see what hoppy peaky bread is. And see. Okay. Weird looking. Doesn't mean it's not good. Let's see. Is there anything that makes us think? Okay, it's made with corn, so why is it not red if it's got the hoppy amaranth in it? I am confusion. Please hold while I... Red. Hoppy red dye amaranth tortilla flatbread. Okay, so it's a flatbread tortilla that uses the hoppy amaranth in it. Okay. Well, I'm going to use it for natural dye because that sounds fun. I didn't even want to grow it for that reason. I wanted to grow it because it's a really pretty plant. See, look. Hoppy red dye amaranth plant. Look at. It's basically another amaranth, but this one is going to have purple leaves. I believe my red amaranth, the dark one that I had, is called purple Polish or something versus purple Polish amaranth. So we're going to find out if there's a difference. I think the one that I grew had green leaves and the red dye is supposed to have red leaves. Time to add it to the dye plant mix. Yeah, that's true. This is Coral Fountain. The one I grew, I believe it had green leaves. And I think the red dye, hoppy red dye, is supposed to have red leaves. I don't know. We're going to find out. We're going to see which one's which. I'm growing all of them. I'm growing hoppy red dye, purple Polish, purple green spike, Coral Fountain, and Love Lies Bleeding. I'm growing 5 varieties of amaranth this year. So with all those 5 varieties, I'm sure at least a couple of them are going to be, excuse me, cool and interesting. Okay, let's see. What do we have here for plants? New babies. Air plants. Aw, air plant with an air plant baby. I love that for you. Lemon tree. Cute. I'll be back. If not, see you Monday and have a very happy Easter with the kiddos. You too, Melanie. Have a good rest of your day. And if you're not back, have a good weekend. Happy Easter. The loquats and baby oak. Oh, loquats. What's a loquat? It's citrus, yeah? Because, like, I'm thinking like kumquat. Loquat. Okay, it is a citrus. What do you do for me? What are you doing over there? Rohan is biting the box. Peekaboo is lying on the floor, and Rohan is taking bites out of the box. Loquat. Oh, it doesn't really look like a citrus. Rohan, what are you doing? Hey. Hey. He stops what he's doing, but he doesn't actually stop. Loquat makes me think kumquat, which makes me think citrus, but this does not look like a citrus. It looks more like a, not a peach, a plum, maybe? Kind of plum-like. Huh. I don't know. All right. Am I up to date? Meow. Who are you meowing at? Oh my god, look what I started. Yeah, literally, Candace. You started by sending me Amaranth Love Lies Bleeding seeds. I threw them into my garden. I didn't cultivate them. I just threw them into my garden that year. Because that year, the year I started growing amaranth, That's my life right there. The year I started growing amaranth, I had a farm and I had way too much to garden. So I didn't plant as many seeds. Like, I didn't plant seeds responsibly. I don't know the right word. I didn't plant seeds intentionally. I just threw them in the garden because Candace gave me her entire log of seeds. She gave me her whole seed book. So I felt overwhelmed with the number of seeds I had and how much garden space I had. So I just threw tons of seeds in my garden, and like 4 amaranth plants germinated and grew. And they were so beautiful that my mom saw them at our property and was like, I'm going to need you to save seeds for these next year. I really want to grow one. And so I saved 1 billion seeds because amaranth plants make so many seeds. Right now I'm just thinning this out, by the way. I'm pretty sure this is alyssum, but I'm just thinning out some of the babies while they're very small. Anyway, so the following year I gave my mom some seeds. She grew them, was obsessed with them. And then the year after that, she grew thousands of them and sold some and planted lots in her garden. And that following year, I ordered seeds for the Amaranth Coral Fountain. So I grew Love Lies Bleeding because of Candace. Then I bought Coral Fountain seeds, and I loved them last year. I feel like parts of the summer I was like bored with how they looked, and then parts of the summer I was absolutely in love with them. I feel like that was kind of the name of the game last summer for me. I had a bunch of plants that at first did nothing for me, and then at some point a change happened, and the Coral Fountain was like that. I also grew a purple amaranth last year. I didn't know what it was called. Maybe it was hoppy red dye, but I grew it because I saved seeds from a garden. Like, I passed in front of a restaurant when we were in Ottawa, and they had this giant amaranth, so I just grabbed some of the seeds because it was already... Sorry, Beelzebub. It was just the cats. It had already gone to seed, so I grabbed some of the seeds from this plant. It was like October, and I grabbed some seeds, and then the following spring I planted them, and it was such a beautiful plant. I just thought it looked so nice. So I saved seeds again, and now I'm growing it again this year. And now this year I also have true amaranth hoppy red dye. So we'll find out if the hoppy red dye looks different than the purple one I grew last year, and if it is different, then I will have 5 varieties of amaranth now. If it's the same, then I will have 4 varieties of amaranth. A lot of these have dampened off. I'm pretty disappointed in how many of these look not strong. Like I pull them and then I notice they're like rotted right where the plant meets the soil. That's called dampening off. Like there should be a long root attached to all of these, and the fact that there's not means it has rotted, which is a bummer. Hopefully by pulling out some of these, we can reduce the amount of loss. I also need to not water these from the top anymore. Most of the time, seedlings do not want to be watered from the top anyway. There we go. That's thinned out pretty well. At the dentist with Ada, just waiting. Baby dentist time. So stressful. Brush this tiny human's teeth. Oh yeah, also they don't want you to. Good luck with that. Also, if you don't, their teeth will rot. But also, they will fight you. They do not want it. But you have to. Also take them to a dentist. They don't want to go. They're scared for no reason. They're loud and aggressive about not wanting to go, but they're small and they have to. Okay, that looks pretty good. I've thinned that out. So there's way fewer seedlings in this pot now, and I'm going to put it underneath a light, but like really high up so that these have like they don't have to stretch at all. And then I pulled out, 50 probably. These back under the light. I see the light. You can sit right here. Right under the light. Beautiful. Love that. Beautiful. Great. Okay, so yesterday, I planted a bunch of things. Let me tell you about what I planted yesterday, because it's finally warm enough. I believe winter is over, so I will stick to that. I planted some heirloom cypress vine, Maiden's Feather. I planted all of the climbing nasturtiums in the color Moonlight. I planted another full pack of sweet peas. I planted the whole pack of... I didn't plant all of those. I planted a whole pack of California poppies. I planted all of my flashback calendula and all of my lemon orange twist calendula. I planted all of my sweet alyssum. I planted all of my Indian Prince calendula. Oops. I planted a full pack of heirloom Alaska mix nasturtiums. These are the variegated ones, so pretty. I planted another whole packet of nasturtiums. I planted some hummingbird pink salvia. I planted some 4 o'clocks. I planted more alyssum. Who else did I plant yesterday? These were direct planted outside, direct seeded. I think that's it for who was direct seeded outside. But now we've got a whole heck of a lot of stuff happening, basically, is what's up. Where did my pattern book go? In my pattern book, I have my garden list. Oh, there it is. And I can show it to you. Ugh. Apparently today's a boring day. Where is everybody? Okay, so that's the start of my list, but that's not right. I guess I put it in my calendar. Here it is. So, I'm here. I'm never bored. I am what I am. Okay, let's see. Who did I miss putting in here? I have to go through. Oh, ouch. That hurts if I itch it. The raw skin. Should have known. Anyway, I have the list, and I need to add to it because I planted more stuff. Anyway, I guess I don't have to do that right now because I don't want to go through all the things I planted again. So I started drawing a zinnia. This is where I stopped drawing, but I'm going to continue now because that's what I want to do this morning. I think I hear Alex. Alex, did I hear you? I swear I heard him moving. All right, so the center. Hi. Do you hear him too, Beelzebub? Beelzebub, did you just say Gary? Did I just hear you say Gary? Pretty sure that's what I just heard. Do you hear Alex? Silly birds. All right, there. Sorry, I have to go. It's our turn. Sounds good. Have a good rest of your day, Louisa. Beelzebub, stop screaming. Stop it. All right, what color are these zinnias? There we go. I drew zinnias, but I don't know what color they are. Or do we start drawing a whole new thing? Hold on a sec. Let me just do this. Oops. You're in focus. There. Now I have a photo of it to digitize. Oh, hello. Adjust the color there. You can do it. There we go. So, do we color this in or do we draw a whole new thing today? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what there is to draw. And then if I don't have any inspiration, we'll go back and color that other one. Oh, that's some good coffee. I knew what you were doing. Voice of me in the back of your brain, literally. Well, I looked up at my phone. I'm like, I'm not disconnecting it right now. Instead, we will take a picture in another way. All right, so what do I have? Excuse you. Excuse you. I've said no thank you. Beelzebub. I will spray you. I will spray you with water. I don't have it near me, but I will get up and get the spray bottle. You know I will. So cut it out. Just cut it out. I love to see you draw a pic of a little mousie standing between your two flower stems in the garden. Oh, that's a good one. Good idea. Let me find it to remember what we're looking at. It's not going to look the same, but I shall try. Excuse me, Beelzebub. That is enough. Beelzebub. I know it's you who's starting it. I can feel it in my heart. Just hold on, I'm finding that day. What a cute picture that is. This has to be it. Nope, not it. I swear to goodness, I will do it. I will get the spray bottle, Beelzebub. I'll do it. I'm almost there. I can feel it in my heart. There's no way that there's much more before where I am. Hold on a sec. Just hold on. There we go. You ready to see some of the cutest footage known to man? Look at this. Tiny little mouse. Look at him. Why can't I get out of there? Oh, don't refresh the whole thing. Ugh. That's so annoying. Maybe I can search. Can I search mouse? Can you find it? No. I hoped. It's okay. I'll find it again. Please hold. It's worth it. This is September. A little farther, a little farther. Just hold on a sec here. We're close. I can feel it. Yeah, it's like here-ish. Yeah, it's this grouping. All right, here's the first one. Oh, look at his stupid, look at him. He's just little. Look, he's just stupid. He don't know nothing. Look at his little fat butt. That's so cute. He's just a little guy. So freaking cute. It's literally the cutest. Look at him. Look at him. He's just a fat little guy. Hold on, let me try and... There. Why are you doing it like this? Hold on. I'm trying to show him. Hold on a sec. I need to edit transform because apparently I've cropped the wrong side. There. Love that little face. Me too. He's just eating. Look, he's so little. Just snacking. Oh, so cute. And then here he is again. Snacking. I do love these ones. With his little tail. Oh, God, I love that one. This one's so cute, but you can't see his face. But I like the way I think I like the way he looks in these ones the best. Like, I like this position with his little feet and his little bum. But I like, what do I like best? This one? That one's clearest for his face, but I'm looking at his body. And I think I like his body better in this one. We can just do a hybrid. Actually, I think I like his body best in this one, because I can see everything. And then what I think I'll do is I'll use this as my inspiration for his body. And then that as the inspiration for his face. You know? I think I like this body the best. Anyway, he's the cutest. Confirmed. So let's find that body one I like. Yeah. Okay. So, let me think. Okay. So first, we're gonna have a border. We need a border. Do I have tape and sticker nearby? Nope. Then we're just gonna draw the border in. I don't like going past a certain distance with these in case I want to. Beelzebub, stop it. You're setting Gary off. And when you set Gary off, he sets you off. And then when he sets you off, you set him off. And then both of you are trouble. You know? Okay. So, I'm gonna just... First of all, Gary, you can't fly. So that was stupid. Second of all, Beelzebub, I literally just stood up. Enough. Alright, let's try this. Let's try to do some kind of mouse. I think that's a good idea, Candace. How will we do it? I think that we'll exaggerate some parts. So, first there's gonna be an amaranth coming through the photo or through the picture, and it's pretty big. Then there's going to be tassels hanging down, and they hang down virtually vertically, because if you think of the amaranth falling, and some of them are going to hang down the whole length of the picture. Some of them aren't. And they will have some weight to them. This is me drawing a straight line, by the way, these lines. Why did you just come out so wavy? When I'm trying to draw a straight line, of course it comes out way wavier than I want to. Okay, so there's my amaranth. And amaranth is kind of like bunches. Okay, so we've got amaranth bunches. That's cool. And then the amaranth has nice leaves that come off of her. Like that. Cool. Amaranth. Okay, so there's our amaranth. And then behind our amaranth is leaves. So I think we're gonna have like a plant that does some good amounts of leafing. Okay. And then we'll have okay. Like that. We're making it our own. We're not following any rules, okay? And then we'll have another leaf down here. Another leaf down here. And what else was behind here? I feel like there's another long stem. Okay. And then that stem. Can branch off a bit. There. Okay, so there's a little bit of a background for vibes. Now we had nasturtiums also kind of climbing through. And the nasturtiums, you guys are going to be the middle. Nasturtiums, I feel like we had a nasturtium leaf coming through, like right in the front. So actually it's going to cover this leaf. Okay, that's more of like a bean. I don't think we need the twirls if we're making it a nasturtium. This can be our nasturtium. We can have it going this way, and then we can also have it going this way. Okay. And then on here we can just have a baby nasturtium leaf so that we all understand what we're looking at. Hi, peekaboo. I heard that. And then we could have an even smaller nasturtium leaf. There. And we should probably have a nasturtium flower somewhere in here. What is it, Beelzebub? Okay. And that allows this piece of nasturtium to be our most foregroundy foreground. And then we'll have this nasturtium is also in the foreground, and it's kind of vining. It's going to be a little thinner than what I'm drawing it right now because it's too thick. Okay, so if that is that, then we will have his feet are holding on to here. So if his feet are holding on to here, that's almost in line with his bum. Bum comes up, tail comes out a little bit. Then bum goes in. Then leg comes out. Then foot comes up. Foot comes up. And then there's little toes holding on. Okay. And then we got a big fat body on him. Other leg is almost not seen. And then we got a big fat leg. Like that. We got a big fat leg. And this will be our tail, which I think I want to do a little bit with. And then, what kind of angle are you on? If that's your leg, your tummy comes out of here. And then your leg comes like that. And then we got your little forearm, so cute. Then we have an ear, pretty much halfway above your elbow. We have an ear here. And then we'll have an ear up here. And then we'll have an eyeball here-ish. And another eyeball. So we're going to have a head that's basically in line with your little hands. And your little hands are going to be holding on to an amaranth. Okay, so there's like my preliminary idea. Very vibes based at this moment. Not super clear what's going on, but he's gonna be there. Love seeing art come to life. I love when you say things like that. That's so nice. Okay, let me find the one where I can see the face that I like. God, he's so friggin' cute. Okay, so let me just see what I'm trying to do here. If we have his face, what is his head doing? His head is a circle. Let's start with that. His head is a circle, Mickey Mouse style. And then we're going to give him a little bit of a face, like a mousy. We're going to see both eyes. I think we'll see both eyes. I'm making up an angle that doesn't exist, unfortunately. It exists, but not in my photographs. So this is not going to be really accurate, unfortunately. Okay, so we're going to do... That's his little nose. And that's his little mouth. Then his little eyeballs are going to be really cute, obviously. And what else was going on here? He has little hands, but his little hands are occupied. We don't get to see them really, because they are holding on to the amaranth, which is also what he's going to be eating. It's covering part of his face. So this ear, we want to triangulify his face a little bit. This ear will be down. We won't be seeing that ear so much. So we can do that. And then this ear, how big is the ear? Still, it is pretty big. Okay, and then we want it to like that. And then he's kind of scruffily. I feel like they are rounder than I'm drawing. Like almost like the pointy part of the nose is like not as visible. Okay, and then that's your little shoulder. Rohan? What are you doing? Don't do crimes, Rohan. Okay. It's my little fat little mouse. We barely even see these feet because they are mostly covered by your leg. Rohan. And then your little butt. Can I make you rounder? I feel like I want your butt to be rounder. You know? I just want him to be a little fat mouse. I feel like that's better. His little arms like disappear into nothing. Like his little elbows. They're just so little. There. And then that'll be your other hand holding on to the amaranth. Okay, for reference, okay, here's what I'm... Hold on. How can I... Here's my drawing. And the thing that I am drawing from... Hold on. Tell me it's disappeared again. Please hold. We're still in January. Why am I like this? I need to just save these pictures. Why am I scrolling through our Discord to find them? I will find them. I was just looking at it and then I didn't pay attention. Okay, here we go. So this is my picture right now. And this is kind of what I'm basing it off of. Oh, look at his stupid little face. Maybe I need one that's doing that. Maybe there should be 2 mice. Don't you think? He's so cute. Maybe I need 2 of them. I feel like I need one with this happening. Don't you think? The more the merrier. Agreed. Okay. There were 2 that often hung out in my backyard, so that's one. And then I guess the second one will be down here. Just sitting kind of behind the amaranth, but with one of his little feet. Okay, let's see. How are we going to do this? If my amaranth is angled that way, then he's going to be kind of here. But we're not going to see all of his body because it will be hidden partially behind the amaranth, right? So if we just do his face, let's see. If I start with his face, cool. And he has ears. And you've got kind of a flat top to your head, but then you're super round here. And if we keep you super round here, this is your face. So your eyeball is here and your other one will be like here. Okay, and then that puts your, oh my god, your adorable little mouse nose, like that. Looking a little cat-like, but we're gonna fix it because we're gonna have hands here and here. We'll figure out how to draw those eventually. Little hands. And those hands will be attached to these. This is looking like a bobcat right now, but I promise it's not going to be one. It's going to be a mouse. You're round like this. This is your little elbow. This is your little elbow. It's because I made these circles. It's not a bobcat. It's a mouse eating. I feel like your nose is a little too high for a mouse. Okay, so then you are like I feel like there's something else happening and I'm missing it. Okay, so if this is your nose, yeah, it comes like this. Your little face, and then your elbow can come up. I don't know what's wrong. Something's wrong, but I don't know what it is. It's still giving me some vibe of like a silly tiger, but it's not. It's supposed to be a mouse. It's like if this is your nose, right? That's your little mouse face. Maybe we just need to create lines where there aren't necessarily lines, just so that we have, it's got like a round head that comes down. It's just so cute in this picture. Why don't you look cute in my drawing? What am I doing wrong? It's like the line from his nose to his eyes is a triangle. That part's fine. Are you too close? Like, are you not round enough? I feel like this part of his ear is wrong. Okay. And then from his eyes down to the nose is kind of like a line. It's not like a line, but it's like a line. And then this something is not happening the way that it happened for the previous mouse. I'm getting vibes that are wrong. Okay. So this is where your nose is, because your nose is pointy. Then you okay, that's maybe better. How are your hands look? Your hands look like they're on either side of your face. They're not right at your face. So if your hand goes here and one goes here, then your arm is like this. And this arm is like this. And what do you have in your hand? Probably some amaranth. And then your little back comes from where your ear is, and you're kind of hidden behind the amaranth. Okay. And I feel like your tail would curl around something. Since you're sitting this way, it would come over here. Giving possum, but that's okay. There, we've got two mice. Wow, that took forever to figure that out, but we got it. Here's what that's looking like. Fat mouse, other mouse, eating amaranth. Just made pickled eggs, yummy. Pickled eggs are yummy. It's gonna be great. I hope so. There. That's an amaranth. So, next time, because it's pretty much time to be done, next time I guess I will sort out the amaranth. The amaranth is going to be a little bit annoying and complicated to draw, just because much of it is like tiny circles. But I think it'll be good. Aw, good idea, Candace. This was a cute idea. There. Now you can see he's sitting on amaranth, and they're both gonna eat amaranth. That's actually super cute. I'm very pleased. Candace, that was such a good idea. Plus he's fat, which is important. I feel like you could be fatter. I feel like your tail could be right here. We'll decide on that at another time. Oh, I like the fat little mouse the most. Ta-da! What do we think? Isn't that cute? Oh, my back just cracked from barely even moving. Oh. All right, buddies, friends, pals, everyone. You guys are super. I hope that you enjoyed today. I know it was low key, but you know, some days there's just lower energy. Hey, Alex. Alex. Can't hear me because he has headphones on. Happy Easter. I hope you all have a good Friday. A good Friday. And as I just text Alex, I hope you have a good Friday. I hope that you have a good Easter weekend. If you don't celebrate Easter, then I hope you have a good Ostara. If you don't celebrate Ostara, I hope you have a good weekend. But stay hydrated, be nice to each other, be nice to yourselves. If you're bored, check in on the Discord. We are going to be in and out of there. I'm always in and out of there. I'm going to take pictures of all the seedlings and show them to you. But I think that's it for today. I don't think I have any other announcements, but I'll see you all on Monday. I finished next week's video, and it's for the scrunchie, I decided. So hopefully you guys will like that one. But I will see you Monday, because I live stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. Eastern. So I'll see you on Monday. Have a good weekend. Happy Easter. Bye. Thank you to everyone who's supporting the channel. You guys are so awesome. Okay, thank you.